Hey everyone, Giuseppe Grammatico here, your franchise guide, and we have a very special edition of the Franchise Freedom Podcast. So thanks for tuning in. Wanted to thank all my listeners and all the new listeners, everyone that has subscribed lately. So I appreciate everything, appreciate your support. And just a reminder, kicking things off or changing things a little bit this year. So any questions you have, or if you have a topic for a show, want to be a guest on the show, you can send me an email, and it's on the bottom of the screen here. So my personal email, gg@ggthefranchiseguide.com. I know that's a long one, so I'll keep that on the bottom here of the screen here a little bit. But feel free, if you have a topic you'd like for me to discuss, or a specific guest, or if you feel you're a good fit to be a guest, you can always email me directly. I review and respond to all my emails personally. So take advantage of that. Looking forward to and even if you just have a comment, love to answer your questions and help out as best as possible. So taking that off the screen here. Other thing before we dive into the show is, the problem that I help individuals figure out is why their current situation is not working, and if a business, specifically a franchise, may be the right vehicle for them. And that vehicle may be switching from your career and diving full-time into a new business, new franchise. It may be semi-absentee. Maybe it's a opportunity where you keep your job and run that business on the side. And lastly, I do work with investors that are just looking to diversify their portfolios. Maybe their current business owners looking to create an exit strategy, and we look at franchise opportunities that could possibly fit that strategy and get them to where they want to be. So if you're not ready for that conversation, or want some additional information, I put on here at the bottom of the screen, you can download a free copy. I wrote a book just about this topic, and everything is on the website. So the GG, the franchise guide, you'll notice is the common theme.com/book, or just go to the website and click on the resource tab. You'll get to download the book. We cover a lot of that, before even diving into the franchises and what they are and what's working, what's not, figuring out if a business is the right fit for you. And I personally wrote the book from the perspective of a corporate executive transitioning over to a business owner, to being an entrepreneur. So I've learned firsthand through experience and work with some great mentors and other business owners. So take advantage of that. And if you are ready to jump on a call, you can always dive right on here, dial in on my calendar here, ggthefranchiseguide.com/calendar, and take advantage of a 20-minute right fit call where we take a deep dive into, why you're looking at a business, your current situation, why it's not working, and if a franchise may or may not be a good fit. And then we'll kind of go through the process. So if you're not ready, download that book. I encourage everyone to download the book, but if you prefer, download the book, or book a call on my calendar. Would love to catch up and help you out the best way possible. So we got back from our national conference. It's we had it back in January, and it took a little time to reflect and follow up with fellow consultants and coaches, as well as franchise companies. And we had some 3 takeaways that I'd like to share with you. And this is, I think, extremely valuable in that we get to, number one, got to meet with over 100 franchise companies, some of the top franchise companies out there, and really get some feedback as to what's working, what's not working, what they're doing to kind of improve. And, we call it almost like a mastermind, where we get to basically share ideas, not just with franchise companies, but other coaches and consultants, as some of those coaches and consultants own franchises. Some of them own non-franchise, some own both. So got to share ideas with people from all over the country, the US and Canada. Great experience. And if you ever are looking for additional insight over and beyond what we cover in today's episode, reach out. Again, the book and the email, the calendar. Oops, there we go. And the email here. So even if you're not certain or just want kind of one dedicated email, you can just email me directly and I will be more than glad to send you the book, book a call on the calendar and answer any questions. So you have plenty of options, no excuses. Let's chat. Let me see if we can help. And best of all our services are free, so there is no cost. So if you do call in, we talk about that on the website. No cost for the service. Anyway, going back to the conference. So we talked a lot. We're going to dive into number one, and the key takeaway, which does not change from conference to conference. It's not about what's on the top, hot franchises in Entrepreneur Magazine, and talked about this on the last kind of recap of our conference, and it is here. It is all about you, and I'll repeat that. It is all about you. I'm going to keep that up on the screen. I think too many people are getting caught up into the franchise and what's hot and what worked during COVID and what didn't, which obviously there needs to be a good match there. But what people are forgetting is if business ownership is even the right fit for them. Business ownership could be really sexy, right? Make a lot of money, create your own financial and time freedom, but do you have what it takes to be a true business owner? So it's all about you. Why I repeat that over and over again is that everyone's situation is different. And the value I bring to the table is really sitting together. And the key word there is together, and figuring it together if why your current situation isn't working. Will a business, will a franchise help you, create that lifestyle that you're looking for? Maybe just get you, we don't want to just escape the job, but there's got to be a true motivation, a true reason, both positive and negative. I look for those when speaking with all our candidates. So all about you is figuring out if that's the right fit, understanding the value proposition of a franchise, right? What is a franchise? And they are bringing support, training, proven systems and models. We talk at length about that, but that is the value proposition. So either you're looking for that or not. But we definitely explore and figure out, given your current situation, what are you trying to achieve with your family? Are you trying to spend more time with your family and kids and maybe coach soccer or go to dance lessons? We talk about that at length. So that has not changed. So as much as you could say the franchise industry has changed or pivot, let's take a step there, because I see too many people diving into franchise brands when in reality they need to have that conversation and then create what the ideal business looks like. Sometimes there's some really outstanding brands out there and we get caught up in the product or the service or the food that's being offered there, but realistically we want something that has maybe few employees, that's 9 to 5. So I help people figure out what those opportunities, we gather the data, we work together. And again, everyone's situation is different, same process, different situation, obviously. So that was a key takeaway. So as much as the updates were exciting and great, and we're gonna cover 2 and 3 now. It's all about you. Don't forget that, and would love your feedback, questions, send them my way, download the book, would love to chat. So next is, there's been a lot of activity with acquisitions, and we're seeing a lot of companies acquiring brands and really doubling down on the support to the franchisees, the franchise owners. So with acquisition, it may be brands, or we've seen brands in home services where they offer a few home services. Maybe it's mosquito spraying, maybe it's cleaning, and now they're adding painting, they're adding roofing, they're adding landscaping and things like that, power washing, exterior cleaning, and window cleaning. So the reason they're doing that is so that they can use their proven model, right? What's working for their franchisees and training, and really help the franchise owners across the board. So it may be one CRM system, one marketing key, turnkey marketing that they're offering to all the franchisees. And with their proven systems and trainings and models, they are able to provide additional services, additional franchises, so that if a franchise owner is looking to expand, they may not have the option to expand via territory because they're surrounding territory may be sold. Another franchise owner may actually own that territory, but now they're able to add brands. We call it stacking in our business, where you have an existing client base of 500 homeowners that you're spraying mosquitoes for, and now you can upsell and go back to those homeowners and say, you've been happy with the service, things have been going great. We are now offering holiday lighting. We are now offering residential cleaning, and basically lowering your client acquisition costs and really upselling your current customers and really helping them out. So via acquisition and being able to help with economies of scale with purchasing, if you're using certain products, certain services, maybe just paint alone. Painting franchises have certain economies of scale, and they're able to get you discount pricing. So we've seen a lot of acquisition, and I'm not saying that these types of businesses are the best for everyone, but that's been a very common theme with franchise companies is really acquiring brands and having this consistent growth, consistent support, and really doubling down their efforts, which kind of leads me into the third takeaway. So it's all about you, the acquisition piece, and the third is going to be big investments on what a franchise is, and that value proposition is the support. And a lot of franchise companies have realized, okay, what are the issues our franchisees are possibly experiencing, talking to the franchisees, getting feedback, talking to peers, talking to other franchise companies. And some common themes we've seen are franchise companies bringing, and first off, offering call centers and bringing those call centers in-house. So on the premise. So there's definitely more control there, and being able to answer the phone in some cases for franchise owners. Turnkey marketing, same exact thing, where they're bringing that in-house and they're able turnkey day one. You open up your franchise and we're off to the races as far as marketing support, social media, and things like that. So a lot of franchise companies are reinvesting in their brands, because at the end of the day, the franchisee is an extension of their brand and reputation. So it is in everyone's best interest that all franchise owners are successful, obviously following the system, but they want you to be successful. They want you to reinvest in other brands or territories and tell your friends and family. So a lot of reinvesting. I've also seen a lot of franchise companies are adding additional revenue streams. So not an additional franchise that you'd have to purchase, but adding an additional revenue stream. So if you're offering plumbing services and now potentially getting into HVAC services, not an additional franchise fee, but obviously there's going to be a little bit of training needed, or I should say training needed, and maybe some additional equipment. So some expense, whether it be time or picking up for training to learn the new service, and picking up additional equipment and supplies and things like that. But a way for franchisees to make additional money with the same franchise, with the same client base, and now being able to offer more services. And lastly, we've seen a lot of franchise companies now allow semi-absentee ownership, where initially they were saying, we really want owner-operators. We really want someone full-time putting in those 40 hours a week, investing in the business, at least the first 6 months to a year. And we've seen a shift towards franchise companies putting together specific trainings for their managers to hire a general manager out the gate, be semi-absentee, maybe keep your job and slowly kind of transition, full-time into your business. So lots of great stuff. We covered a heck of a lot more than those three topics, but the key is franchise companies, the names out there are really reinvesting in their brands, really wanting to be aligned and talking to franchise owners. And that's, going back to a couple shows ago, we talked about the new book I picked up by Marcus Sheridan, They Ask You Answer, and really taking a step back and not trying to figure out what everyone wants to know or the common questions, but putting it out there and asking my audience, the people I'm working with, the people that have invested in franchises, and my peers, what are your common questions and concerns? And I think that stumbling block specifically for business ownership is that we tend to chase the dream and the brand or service and not truly have that foundation of figuring out the why. Why are we doing this in the first place? So I think doing things in a certain order will, you'll be a heck of a lot more successful. You want the end in mind, right? That goal, that vision. But why are we doing this? You have the vision. In 10 years, I want to be on a beach. I want a business generating revenue. I want it to be semi-absentee. Those are all great. But what is the goal? Why do we want that? What are we looking to really accomplish? And it just may be something simple as spending more time with family, which is my why. I talk about that all the time. I have to be this complicated thing. So I encourage you, check it out. Think about it, I should say. And whenever you are ready, feel free. We can definitely jump on the calendar here. Love to talk to you, give you any feedback. Maybe it's the early stages, and maybe the intention is to look at a business after graduating college. I work with a lot of college students, specifically in the MBA and graduate program. So pick up a copy of the book. Take advantage, 20-minute call. We'll put together a game plan, and maybe we'll just keep in touch, and we'll figure things out together. So that is it for today. It was a pretty short and sweet. Wanted to switch it up a little bit. We have some great guests coming up. Some guests that we've been on the show before, and other brand new guests. So very excited to release some new shows later here in February. I can't believe it's already February. The time is flying. So again, hit me up with any questions, ideas for shows. I'm always looking for that. Again, going back to They Ask You Answer, a book I highly recommend you check out. But yeah, definitely hit me up with any questions, comments, shoot me an email. Would love to chat, see where we can help. Take advantage of the free book. Got that, the book behind me over here. And that's it for today. Thanks again for listening in. If you know of anyone that maybe is not happy with their job or thinking of career transition, career change, or pivot, feel free to forward this episode to them, or my email, whatever is easier. But appreciate the shares, the subscribes, the likes, and the comments. I appreciate all that. But even better than that, if you can help me out, always looking for your help. If you can share this with someone, and even if it's one person you can think of that could benefit from the show, from the advice, I greatly appreciate it. Again, Giuseppe Grammatico, your franchise guide, signing off on the Franchise Freedom Podcast. Looking forward to your comments, and we will talk soon. Take care.